Mike Sports Vibes. Thank you for vibing with me. Ladies and gentlemen, whew, boys and girls, 76ers lost Game 6, 86-95. We're tied up now, 3-3 going into Boston, Game 7. Whew, what a roller coaster series. What a roller coaster series. And this game was very attainable. This game was very winnable. The problem with this game, I'm going to break this game down, and I'm going to start talking about Game 7 because my mindset is Game 7 now. I don't even really care about this loss, but I'm going to just break a couple of things down, and I'm going to start talking about Game 7 on what we need to do to win. So listen, Tobias Harris, right? And I'm not really trying to come at him, but I'm going to talk my talk because that's what I'm here for. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to talk my talk. And the people that support me like when I talk my talk. So I'm going to talk my talk. And Tobias Harris, my gosh, 42 points. 42 points, Tobias. Not 42 points. I messed up. Not 42 points. 42 minutes and 2 points. 42 minutes and 2 points. We can't make this stuff up, y'all. He's pretty much a max player, right? And he gives you in 42 minutes 2 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. I know he's sticking Jason Tatum. I understand that. Let me say the slogan real quick, man. I'm going to say it again. Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. If you are listening to this right now, I appreciate you. And I appreciate you vibing with me. Because I'm really frustrated. I'm not going to lie. I'm pissed off right now because Tobias Harris played like shit. Period. He just played like shit. Like 42 minutes, 2 points. We can't have that. I can't have that. I can't have a starter play that many minutes and only manage to score 2 points. Lord, oh my goodness gracious. But anyway, let's go to the next player that really, there's a couple of players. D'Anthony Melton. D'Anthony Melton played 24 minutes. And guess what he scored for us? 0 points. We can't have that, man. Daniel House played 8 minutes and he scored 3 points. So you got Daniel House Jr. played only 8 minutes and he scored more points than Tobias Harris and he played 42 minutes. He only scored 2. So Daniel House played 8 minutes and scored 1 more point than Tobias Harris scoring 2 points in 42 minutes. I just don't understand it. I'm scratching my hair because I don't understand this, man. I feel like Coach made a mistake on the rotations this game. He should have put Daniel House in. He should have kept Daniel House in. And D'Anthony Melton shouldn't have got that many minutes. He was struggling from 3. He has so many wide open. That's why Jason Tatum was getting these. He started getting hot because it was looking worse because he wasn't scoring on the other end. Because when there was penetration, James Harden penetrating, or Tyrese Maxey penetrating to the hole, he passed it to a wide open D'Anthony Melton, and D'Anthony Melton missed like 3 or 4 threes wide open. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, what are you doing? So Daniel House was the call right there. That was the correct call, Doc Rivers. You should have went with Daniel House. He gave you that energy off the bench last game, and he balled his behind off when Tobias Harris got into foul trouble. So he should have been playing a lot more than 8 minutes. George Niang hit 2 threes. But really, like it has to be better with the bench, period. Daniel House, I'm not going to blame him because he didn't get no real minutes. George Niang, 15 minutes, scored 6 points. Sorry, I guess. But Tobias Harris is the big one. You being a starter and you only scoring 2 points in 42 minutes, it's terrible. PJ Tucker had played 20 minutes and he had 8 points. Like, the production from Tobias was unacceptable. Unacceptable. Joel Embiid, 41 minutes, 26 points, 10 rebounds, 1 assist. James Harden, unacceptable. I know you almost had a triple-double, but when you know other players are not playing like they should, you need to be more aggressive and drive to the hole and look for your basket. Look for the points, man. And if you're going to be a facilitator, I need you to have 15 assists, because assists is like scoring a basketball. I need 15 to 20 assists if you're not going to score, especially if you're going to score 13 points. Like that's not going to work in Boston. That's not going to work in Boston, y'all. And we all know this at Sixers fans. I'm going to talk, and I'm going to keep it real. That's one thing about me. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to be one of these delusional fans that's going to say, oh, no matter what, we're going to win. We could win if we all play. If all the players play like they can, we could beat anybody. And there's proof to that, because we have been doing it. But my whole thing is James Harden has to be more aggressive. Tobias Harris has to stop overthinking and drive to the hole when you get the ball. And DeAnthony Melton, I think Daniel House should have been in more, or they need to do something. Change it up. Change up the lineups, Doc Rivers. You know what I mean? You got to change up the lineups a little bit better for Game 6. Point blank period, this game wasn't overall. It was a winnable game. We could have won in the fourth quarter, but there was too many mistakes, too many missed baskets, and you let Jason Tatum get off in the fourth quarter. Jason Tatum had a terrible game, and we lost this game. That is not good. That is not good. He got hot in the fourth quarter. We could have won this game. This was a winnable game. Boston Celtics are not special. They're just deep. They're not special. I'm not scared. We should not be scared to play them in Boston. We already beat them in Boston twice this series, and we can beat them a third time. It depends on what's here. But let me get to Game 6. I'm done with Game 7. I'm done with Game 6. I'm done with Game 6. We already know certain players got to do better, especially Tobias. Let me get to Game 6. Game 6 Sunday. It starts with the MVP, right? He needs to have a 30-piece nuggets or the points. He needs to have at least 10 to 15 sauces. The sauces are the rebounds. And he needs to be very good on defense. He needs some blocks. He needs some alter shots. He needs to be Joel Embiid for us to win this game. 30-piece to 50-piece nugget, and we need about 10 to 15 sauces, period. Tobias Harris, you got to do better. You got to at least score 15 to 25 points. PJ Tucker, hit your wide open threes. James Harden, you got to do more than 13 points, my guy. Unless you're giving us 20 assists, you got to do at least 20-something points. Tyrese Maxey got to keep doing what he's doing. Tyrese scored 26 points. Tyrese pretty much, him and Joel kept us in this game. Excuse me. Him and Joel kept us in this game, last game. But we need all the pieces to win Game 7. Game 7 is a must-win, because if we don't win, we go home. And we lose the chance to go against the Heat or the Knicks to go to the finals. Do you really want to lose that opportunity? This is the best opportunity to get to the finals since 2001, when we got there with Allen Iverson. So it's how bad you want it in here, and if you're mentally tough. Because I'm going to tell you right now, Boston is coming. They smell blood. They sense weakness. And to be honest with you, I want them to think like that. Because we have to go in there and we have to show them and remind them who we are. Who is the 76ers? We're not this team. Because when all of our players play, we are unstoppable. This guy has to come through, and he has to get them in foul trouble. I understand working working not in the post as much, because the double team is harder to pass when you're getting double team in the post than if you're not in the post and you're at the foul line, working at the foul line. I understand that. But we need to get the other players in foul trouble. We need to get Al Horford early in foul trouble. That gets them out of their game. That makes the rotation worse because you're putting their starters on the bench earlier than they want to be. That's why we need Joel Embiid, the MVP, the true MVP. And no disrespect to anybody that thinks anybody else is the MVP. You're wrong because the facts are the facts. Joel Embiid won the MVP and he plays both ends of the court. I'm not hating. I'm just stating facts. He won the MVP and that's what it is. But we need an MVP caliber performance from Joel Embiid. And by the way, let's go Sixers. Let's go win a championship. Let's send Boston home. Oh, my bad. They're going to already be home. Let's send them back to their house. You know what I'm saying? Let's send them back to their house. Let's go into Boston and show them what it is. Because they think that we're going to lose because it's going to Boston. This series is so weird. Nobody can win at home, really. So let's go in Boston and let's continue the trend. Let's beat them in Boston and let's get over the hump and get out of the second round and go to the Eastern Conference Finals. But we need everybody to do better. And Doc Rivers has to coach a lot better with the rotations and maybe change it up and have Paul Reed and Joel Embiid play for a little bit. Maybe change it up and instead of having have Tobias Harris start. If he struggles, put Daniel House, Daniel House Jr. in for him. We got to change it up because we can't have a player playing 42 minutes and only give us 2 points. We cannot have that, Doc Rivers. I know you riding and dying with the players, but dang, we dying. we dying with the play, with that, man. We can't be having that, bro. Doc, we need you, bro. I'm not going to talk it to death. You know what I'm saying? Kind of broke down Game 6. And I'm telling you what we need to do for Game 7. It's all in the heart. It's all how much heart you have. It's all in your head. We can win this game, and we will win this game if everybody does their part. Period. We can beat anybody. But we need James Harden. Jalen McDaniels, I don't know if they're going to use him because he hasn't been playing. And I don't know if you want to put him in, him being cold, but he might be that energizer bunny coming off the bench and gives us some crucial defense or a couple of threes or whatever. He might be the piece we need to put in the game. But we have to have more intensity in the game because they are coming. They're in Boston. This is not a game you want to struggle early in the game. You want to come from the moment you start playing, you want to come and you want to have that intensity. You want to have that drive. You want to have that passion. You want to scream a couple of times when you get it, when you say and one. You want to dive on the floor. You want to out-rebound them. Rebound and hustle plays is the key. Who wants Game 7 more? Is it the Boston Celtics or is it the Sixers? And it's not a given that the Celtics are going to win because they're at home because we already beat them twice. Home doesn't matter in the playoffs, to be honest with you. That's what it seems like in this specific series. Nobody cares about home court. So let's continue this trend and let's beat the Celtics in Game 7. That's all I really had, man. Tell me what y'all think in the comments, how we going to win Game 7. I'm done with Game 6. I'm pissed off about Game 6. Tell me what y'all think, man. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. And also, as always, thank you for vibing with me. And I just want to say this real quick. Let's go Sixers. Let's go get a championship. Oh, one more thing. Embiid, I need you to do what you got to do, Embiid. I need you to ball out. I need you to get them in foul trouble. I need you to be the MVP of the NBA. The MVP. And I'm out.